Quickly thank everyone for joining the session. Okay. Myself, Vivian Matthew. I'm a senior software engineer with around 7+ years of experience in Salesforce. Currently, I'm working in public sector for CPQ Cloud. Along with me, Shafana is also there. Shafana, would you like to introduce?
Yeah. Hello all, myself Shifana, software engineer, and I have overall 4.5 years of experience in Salesforce. And I have been worked on implementing many public sector projects, and I have moved into the healthcare and hotel management thing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Shafana. So today we'll be primarily focusing on the DocuSign introduction and the benefits of DocuSign, along with that, like prerequisite and installation, DocuSign account setup, template and envelope configurations, use case, followed with demo. So as you all know, like DocuSign is one of the most trusted service provider that is available to send and sign documents online. Currently, like there are multiple such uh, uh, softwares, but DocuSign one of the most leading providers available in the market, and it is also the DocuSign eSignature is legally approved and it is highly secured. So you need not worry about the security of the your documents because they have the latest complaints with them. And like with DocuSign, we'll be replacing all our traditional sales process, and this also accelerates the sales cycle. So from uh, proposal to the closed one. DocuSign is very easy to use and it is free for signers. So anyone who has a system or a phone can quickly activate or approve this document with some guided steps. So how would be the sales process without DocuSign? Imagine like the DocuSign is not available, like especially in case of Salesforce CPQ. Every time like you have to create a code document, you have to send it as an email. So from Salesforce, your code document would flow into email, and from email, they have to either download, sign it, and then upload it back to you. So it involves a lot of traditional cycles, which we don't want at this digital era. So it becomes complex, and the data, as you see, like the code document is flowing from Salesforce to email and then to the documents, the manual papers, and then again, like you have to upload the manual papers. So the data is scattered, and considering the new AI technologies, like you have to go into multiple ETLs in order to bring this data to get the proper sales AI report. And due to this lengthy process, at times like the pricing and discounts become non-transparent, and it can also be a static and not dynamic approach where you'll be allocating the same discounts for most of the users depending upon the complexity that is involved. And since like it has to be like you have to send the code documents, it is also time consuming because user, basically the buyer, needs to go through all is available CRMs as well as the emails in order to approve your document. So as discussed, like it brings in a longer deal closure because of its complexity, and it is also prone to vulnerability because we are not using secured because we'll be printing in any of the office printers there. So Benefits, looking into the benefits of DocuSign, it is basically very easy for use. So any customer uh, can easily approve your document with some guided steps that you can add to your document. And it is highly secure as they fall into the compliance of the latest security that is available. So DocuSign brings in a faster deal closure. Uh, DocuSign claims that around 82% of the deals have been closed in a day. And also, like, you can bring in dynamic code content and terms and conditions based on the products that we sell. So it is highly reusable. The code template and the sections that you create are highly reusable. It saves your development time. And DocuSign supports around 400 plus integration modules. Like you can integrate it with the 400 plus tools that is available with you. And in a bigger impact is also eco-friendly because it saves around 7 billion trees from cutting and making them into papers. So here are some quick facts that DocuSign claims that these are some benefits that are being added on top of it. So it's like, as you can see, it takes around 15 minutes or less to complete around 44 percentage of the documents that are available. And 82% of the DocuSign agreements have been completed in a day. And considering the operational cost, it it lowers down as $36 per document for a on an average for a sender. So consider if you are a big supply chain, look into the documents cost that it could uh, add to your head. And along with that, as mentioned, DocuSign saves around 9 plus 9 days, right, from for the deal closure with those traditional comparing with the traditional sales process. As mentioned, like DocuSign is trying, it has saved around 7 million trees since we have digitized the document signing process. The features of DocuSign, it's cloud storage integration, and it supports almost all types of documents like Word document and PDF. Also, Excels are being supported now. The PDF conversion, it's it's or it is out of box available with this DocuSign, so you can uh, convert the your document into PDF. Like you can also add some the standard field tags, usually known as anchor tags. So these tags are developer friendly. Will be diving in deeply on the anchor tabs in the upcoming slides and in the demo. Data validation, like you can add some custom validation to your uh, content in your code document that prompts the user uh, to enter while he is trying to send the document back to you, sign and approve their document. In that way, like we ensure the data consistency across all the buyers. DocuSign adds one more additional feature is that like you can add supplement documents, and that too like you can add it based on dynamic approach based on your products. And with DocuSign in Salesforce, like you can track the document status. Uh, that brings like you can also add some uh, automation to that status. Like we in our use case, like we have converted the opportunity to closed one whenever the DocuSign is signed and completed. These are the prerequisite sites required for the DocuSign e-signature. Like you have to have your Salesforce CPQ and you have to have your DocuSign account. Along with that, like you have to enable your domain in your Salesforce org. This ensures that the right Salesforce org is being connected with your DocuSign. And lastly, like you have to ensure that the DocuSign CPQ plugin is being added to your CPQ settings. So only then you'll be able to use DocuSign effectively. Going to the DocuSign account setup, like you have to uh, add the Salesforce account to your DocuSign account. Only then, like the mapping will take place, and along with that, like you have to create some users with the user email address that is available in your Salesforce org. So what DocuSign does is like it provides you 3 levels of permissions for the users. One is DocuSign admin, another DocuSign sender, and the last DocuSign viewer. DocuSign admin, uh, just as you know, it gives the full privilege to that particular account. So the user will be able to do all the changes, add users, and create reports and envelopes in the DocuSign part. Sender will have some restricted privileges, like they will be able to send and view the documents, create templates in the DocuSign, and also add some supplemental documents. Viewer has the least privileges in the DocuSign account. They'll be able to view and sign other document alone. So whenever like we create a user in the DocuSign, we'll be adding the user email address that is available in the Salesforce org. Then once the user activates, the user will receive an email to activate the account, DocuSign account. Once the user activates the DocuSign account, the user ID in the DocuSign account will be mapped in one of the fields, the manage package fields that the DocuSign e-signature creates the user account. Uh, that maps the DocuSign account user ID to that particular Salesforce user ID. This this happens, and this helps the user to send documents while he is trying to use DocuSign from Salesforce when he is trying to send the code documents. Like there is a code template in Salesforce. Like you have to create your code template along with content. Like content can be, you can have multiple sections based on first quote information, then the account level information, then the quote level product informations, followed with terms and conditions, and then like you'll be able to add your signer details. You can add columns for signee as well as signers. So you can play with the code template, and you can create one of the fantastic code template in the market. And with that, like you have to add uh, one more setting is the DocuSign envelope configuration. Only these two gel together, then you'll be able to send the documents properly from the DocuSign account. So DocuSign envelope configuration, like once you install the DocuSign e-signature for Salesforce CPQ in your Salesforce org, you'll have a DocuSign e-signature app that is available in your Salesforce. In there, like you'll have some settings in there, like you'll be able to see DocuSign envelope configuration. From here, like you have to uh, choose the object that you are going to use for the DocuSign envelope. And also you can add recipients, add even the supplemental documents from here. Along with that, like you can add some UI level changes that you can bring in while you are trying to send code document from your Salesforce. So one example would be like there is an option to select and send directly the emails. One shows a preview before sending, so you can make use of whichever that your business needs. So generally, in general, like you'll have the customer information on your top, then like quote information and the quote line items, followed with the discounts, and you can also add some dynamic uh, quote line items and sections here based on if you're selling product B that needs to be shown in a different section, then you can add it as a dynamic content. Along with that, like you can add terms and conditions to your code template. Uh, let me know if you have any doubts so far. Stop me if you have any doubts. Okay. So these are anchor tabs uh, that are available with the DocuSign. It's quite uh, developer friendly. Like it will save your time for sure. Like usually, like you have to, for instance, like just you in a say in an Excel, like from first page, you can use you can map a column and use it in your third sheet, right? So similarly, from your Salesforce org, you can take any of their information from the quote, especially the signer or signee details or the his account name, and then with some specified anchor tags, you can use it in your document. For instance, like if you have multiple contacts in your code document, you can choose the right uh, contact and get their name as well as their account name, and then like you can map it in your code document. So we have some predefined anchor tabs that are available with DocuSign. So if you are going to add a column for their signer one signature, you can just use this /s1 /. In that way, like in that particular column will be allocated for the user to sign, the signer one signature alone. So the signer two will not be able to make any changes to that particular section or the column. So these are some predefined. You can also add some custom tags in your DocuSign CPQ. That is, like we'll be covering that in the demo. Yeah, as mentioned, like in the Salesforce configuration setup, you need to create the DocuSign envelope configuration record in your Salesforce and add that to your code template. So there is also one other settings that you need to ensure, like you have to map the the code template that you have created with your DocuSign envelope configuration as mentioned earlier. Like, only then you will be able to use the right DocuSign envelope with the code template that you have created. So this is the setting. These are the code template that you have created, and you'll be able to choose the DocuSign envelope configuration that you have created. So if you have multiple envelope configurations for different objects, then like you can make use of it. Again, like in the code template, you can create sections, and those sections are reusable among all these sections. So for instance, like you are creating a a section for products, you can make use of that product in a different code template. So here is one use case that like this is one of our so far like we faced such use cases. So we wanted to bring this use case to you as well, showcase it. So whenever an opportunity is created, it will be in either a proposal stage or in the initial draft stage. Then when a user adds based on whatever the client needs, we'll be creating a code document. In code document, we'll be adding all the products. We'll be creating products, and then we'll be able to send this code to that particular user from the code document. We'll be having an option to send a code document here, like before the code documents are being created, like they'll be using the code template as well as the code template that you have created. Then along with the DocuSign, you'll be able to send the document to the particular user. So your basically your buyer. Now buyer will receive a notification in your email once the code document is sent. From there, like you'll be able to open the DocuSign con DocuSign document. You'll be able to sign it and send it back to you. You can also add a second signer based on your business needs. So currently, like we have created two signers for our demo. So first level, the buyer will be signing and sending back to the Salesforce. Like he'll be uh, he'll be approving the document, and then the second signer will receive that DocuSign with the signer one's attestation and his details. Here, second signer will approve it. Once the second signer approves that document, the document status in Salesforce would be changed to completed. So we created an automation that runs whenever the DocuSign code document status is being changed to completed. We directly go and change the opportunity stage to close one. Along with that, like we will also create the orders. So this is one of the high level use case, and it saved almost um, around 40 plus hours of the, the usage for the business team rather than going and approving it manually. So over to demo.
Thank you,
Uh,
Vivian.
thank you, Shubham.
Hello, all. Myself, Shifana. Hope you're all doing good. Let's start the demo. Before that, if you have any questions, please write it down in the chat section. We'll have an exclusive Q&A session right after the demo. Let me quickly share my screen here. Please let me know once you're all able to see my screen.
Yeah, we can see a screen, Shubham.
Thanks, Vivian. Okay. First and foremost, we need to have a CPQ developer org. It's same as a Salesforce developer edition. If you're new to CPQ, just search for CPQ trial orgs and you can enter your information like first name, last name, email, the username, same as a Salesforce developer edition, and you can log into the CPQ trial org. So I have already set up this. And next thing, we want to create the My Domain. We want to enable the My Domain. For that, from the quick find, type it My Domain. And under the company settings, we need to enable it. And the domain name should be unique. And we have a check availability button to check whether it's unique or not. And it was already set up in this org. The next thing is to install the package. So the package name is DocuSign eSignature for Salesforce CPQ, and it was already installed. While installation, it will ask for either install for all the users or specific users or only admin. So here I have installed for all the users, and I have installed the latest version of the package, and it's a managed package one. Once you installed this, we will receive an app called app as same name as the package, that is DocuSign eSignature for CPQ, and I have already added into the package. Now we want to edit the plugins. For that, we need to click the Salesforce CPQ setting tab under this plugin. And in the electronic signature plugin, we need to enter dfscpq.plugin. So now the whole thing was installed inside our CPQ org. The next thing is to assign the permission sets for the participating users. As this is the a developer org and the trial one, we have only two users, myself and Vivian. And I have given you a CPQ administrator permission set, as well as we have CPQ sender permission set. As we all know, admin can do everything like a system admin in the Salesforce, and sender only can able to send the envelopes. So I have assigned these two users into these permission sets. And the next thing is we're gonna create a code template. For that, let's stay up in the same app. Before creating one, we will see what is the code template. So this is controlling the format and the organization of the code document, and each template contains sections. And its short is the designing of document. That is code document. So whenever we generate a code document, there will be a format, right? So those for designing the format is done by the code templates. So here is the sample one I have already created. Let's go through this. That's with template name and deployment status, either development or deployed, and the default one. So whenever we click generate document from the code record detail page, it will be the default one. If I am creating the second one and enabling the default button there, this will be automatically unchecked. And the next one is the logo document ID, and every company has every logo, correct? So this logo should be inside the document record, and the ID of the document record should be appended here. And the next thing is DocuSign e-signature for Salesforce, and we will shortly discuss this. And under that page information, it's more or less the styling thing with height, margin, content, and the company information, the style information, and the some fields like we need to hide subtotals or bundle products according to our business need. We can enable or disable it. So generally, this is a styling the document with the help of the UI, not the script one. And moving into the related tab, we have sections. So this section contains the piece of information which in the a dynamic one. So according to every record, it will change. I'll quickly go over one of the section here. Okay, the same goes here, the name, the template which it related to, and the display order. So the display order plays a major role here. So it starts from ascending to descending, and we can order as our business needs. So I have header on the top, the footer on the bottom, and the content as the 20th and 30th one. So the display order and more or less the page break, either we need to keep with the same page or we need the page breaks. And we have filtering information. So if we can conditionally display this template section also. For example, if I want a senior citizen to sign one of the section, I can have age is greater than 60 or so. Like that, we can able to filter the section and display accordingly. And then this is the section. Inside the section, we have content. And the content, we can able to design everything. And we here use two fields. One is auto place field. The other one is merge field. Let's see what is auto place fields. And before that, we have added the company logo, correct? In here, we have given the ID of the logo. So that company logo will be up in here, and we can get the information from the triggering record with the help of uh, open curly braces and an exclamation mark. And we can see here primary contact dot name, code dot shipping name. So whatever we need, shipping name and billing thing. And and this works as a rich text area in Salesforce. We can have coloring thing, format, styling, font size, everything will be here, and we can use according to our business needs. And the other thing is the footer. And here comes the auto place fields. Basically, auto place fields is also called as an anchor tags, and we can add this in the CPQ section so that whenever the document is generated, it will replace with the DocuSign field. Let's see. So see here. So S2, N2, S1, N1. So these are the auto placed fields. So whenever here I have two users, signer one and signer two. So under the customer, I want signer one data. So I'm using one N1, name one, and here the signer two, S2, N2, and it will goes on. If I have signer four, signer five, it goes on N1, N2, N3 like that. And whenever I have S1, we will have a signature symbol icon appended on the document itself. So it is more or like a standard one. And we have signature initial, optional initial in company name. So CO1, so the signer one can able to type the company name here. That goes with title, signed date also. And these auto place fields also called as anchor tags, correct? So these anchor tags should be in a white color so that it will append within the document and the user can't able to see. At the same time, this field can retrieve information and get back into the Salesforce too. So we are keeping the document color as usual, the white. And after that, and you see here we have licensee title 1, but here N1. This is the standard one and this is the custom one. And this custom one is named as the merge fields. Okay, I'll quickly show how to create the merge fields. Even though we have a lot of standard one, we need out of box thing, correct? So that we go for a customization one. And here the customization thing is called custom tags. Inside the custom tags, we will use the merge field. I'll quickly go over here. For that, it comes under DocuSign admin and custom tag. Okay, I'll randomly open one of it. Let's see. Okay, the custom tag name licensee title, and this relate to Salesforce. So whatever the licensee title should be, get it from the DocuSign and to update inside the Salesforce. So I have checked allow right back to Salesforce in the code document object, and this is the custom field label and the API name, and the type is text field, and we have a lot of data type here, and I have chosen the text field, and here the initial value. If there is any initial value, they can have it, and we have few checkboxes required or read only or shared thing, and it comes under the formatting and the maximum characters they need to enter. If they exceed this limit, it will throw an error. And validation, here I didn't give any validation, and still we have it is email. If the person didn't have correct format of email, it will throw error. Same question number, date, SSN, and so on here. And the error message, if they violate this validation rule, the error message will be thrown, and we can customize it over here. And advanced thing tooltip, like the help text in Salesforce, we can have tooltip just enter your name or enter year or have a format like so and so. And the last thing is anchor text. So this is very important. So here see, I have using the front slash. The front slash needs to be used for auto place field also and the merge field also. We need to use the front slash. Licensee title inside the curly braces I have R. So this R will be replaced according to the signer rule. So I have used here licensee title instead of curly braces R. I have written as 1 because I want the first user the signer one to be signed and write their title. If I want the same licensee title for the second user, I have put as a 2 and it goes on. So this is called the merge fields, and merge fields can come under the custom tags. So we have quietly done the styling the document. Next part is DocuSign envelope configuration. Let's see that. Okay, so with the help of this DocuSign envelope configuration, we can add a custom button to the Salesforce object page layout with the help of this feature. And this can enable the admins to just do their work on UI, not as a script or code kind of thing. Okay, let's start. To initiate the process, we need to give the name, and I have named as a test DocuSign envelope configuration, and we need to select the parent object. Here I have code because today we will see a document will be generated with the code. So I have select the parent Salesforce object as the code, and here the custom email subject. So if your business requirements need to have the custom subject message rather than having standard one, we can write it over here. And here also reminder enabled or expired. And in some scenario, they will be, if you're not signed within 2 days, it will be expired kind of thing. If that is the scenario, we can enable it and we can give when this expires before or date of expiration kind of thing. The other comes the recipients. So here the recipients, DocuSign rely on dynamic thing. We can't able to just go each and every one to do it manually. So we have the dynamic here. I have two users. The first one is dynamic. Okay, the first user. So I want a field from code document. So I have appended curly braces, open curly braces, exclamation mark, followed by the API name of the code document and the first name. Same goes with the last name and the email address. And they close the curly braces and the action. I want this signer one to be signed. And we have so many options. Have received the copy, needs to view, or they can specify the recipients and they can able to edit and update the recipients. So for if your business required to have two signed user and two user needs to receive a copy, we can have it over here with the help of this option. And I'm having the role as signer one here. I want the second one to be the standard. Still, if the even I want all my users to be dynamic, we can able to have for demo section. I have them as a static one. And then here documents. As we already see, we can have a supplemental documents also. Rather than we will use the code document, and additional document can be added here. Now we don't have any document, and here one click option, as Vivian mentioned, by selecting this thing send, it will directly send. If business needs to edit before sending, we have edit, and business needs to tag the extra DocuSign field, we can use tag. And for now we have select the send option. So whenever I generate a code document, it will directly send with the DocuSign thing. So we have done with this envelope configuration. So now I want to map the code template which I have created earlier and this envelope configurations. For that, I will go over the package and configure. The code template settings. And this is my code template, which is the default one, and I am using the test DocuSign envelope configuration. So whenever I use this code template, this will be invoked, and whatever I mention in this envelope configuration will be invoked. Here I didn't have any custom email things. If I have the another test one DocuSign envelope configuration and be invoked from here. So we are already mapped here. and we are done inside the Salesforce. We have a quick recap. We have installed, we have opened a CPQ org, have my domain, installed the packages. We have created a code template. Under the code template, we had a section and the content, and we have created a DocuSign envelope configuration, and we have mapped both the code template and the envelope configuration. Is there any questions? Okay, thank you. Then we will go for the DocuSign account. For this, we need a DocuSign account. It's same as if you're new to DocuSign, we can sign up using our first name, last name, email, password kind of thing. And after creating a developer environment in DocuSign eSignature, the first thing is to connect this org into our Salesforce. For that, inside setting, under the connect, and here add configuration, it will ask for Salesforce. As we are already connected, it don't have. Okay, so I'll click for edit. It will ask for obviously the credentials, either OAuth thing or Salesforce username and password, the environment and the API version. Once we have done with it, officially this DocuSign e-signature developer environment is connected to our CPQ, Salesforce org. And then we can activate it, and we have few checkboxes where we can check according to our business needs. Here I have enabled the log and use the content files here, and I want all my users to be associated with this DocuSign e-signature. And I have few, before going it here, I'll finish it here. And triggering events whenever the event will be triggered, I enabled all the things. So whenever an envelope is sent or delivered, or it is either signed or completed or declined, so where all for all the events, envelope events, this DocuSign will be triggered. Going back to the connect object, for example, I want whenever a code document is generated, a record under code document object will be created along with few objects like DocuSign status or recipients. For that records, I'm taking the values from here. See, for example, the envelope ID wants to map with Salesforce envelope ID, or envelope void time should be here as voided, or recipient decline date should be inside the Salesforce under decline date and time. So for the demo purpose, I have added all the fields, and you can work as per your requirements. So I have done it for few objects. So whatever I need, so whatever value from the DocuSign can be captured into the Salesforce is purely based upon our business needs. So I have done all this configuration, and next we want to invoke the users. As I already mentioned, we have two users here and here. DS admin and sender. As Vivian already mentioned, admin has full authority and sender can only send the envelope here. And we can add the users over here. We can download the users, and we have bulk add and bulk update option also. And this user ID, this user ID will be also placed inside the user detail page in Salesforce also. And we need to ensure both the user ID or same and it is not blank. Okay. Okay, so the DocuSign part also completed. So what we have done, we have created an developer account inside DocuSign e-signature. The first and foremost thing to connect the DocuSign e-signature and the Salesforce org. And then we have done few object mappings according to the business requirement. And the final thing is to have the users, and we need to check whether the user ID is same here and also our user detail page inside the Salesforce. Now we are good to start the sending our document. Okay, so this is one of the sample code here, and we have few products under the code lines. We have preview document option as well as document generate document option also. I have clicked generate document. As I already mentioned, new company order form is the default one. It comes under default thing, and the paper size we have and shell goes with the default, and this is the document code document record ID. So I'm clicking send with DocuSign. Forgot to have the primary contact as myself, so I can. Okay, I'll click the generate document here. As this is a test one, it will take few minutes. If it is production, it all good. I'm clicking return to code document. So this is the new code document created under the code. And as we already mentioned here, the recipient will be code documents, the code primary contact. Okay, so I'm the primary contact here. Okay, so I received and documented review. Continue. And as I have mentioned, everything will be captured from the code record. And we have line items, we have products and their total, the subtotal. If I don't want any subtotal, we can have it over. We can uncheck the checkbox over the code template. Okay, I have initials. So this initial will be only for the first signer because I have given as I1. Signing it here, signing it, and as it is required, I'm trying to click finish. It won't allow me to finish it. It will ask for the sign, and I'm having SE3. So the client will be the second user. Okay. And this information will be appended on the code document. I'll quickly show over there. Have done signing as the first signer. Okay. And this is the code document generated. See, the envelope ID was appended, the licensee name, the licensee title, everything is appended here. And once the signed date is populated, I have an flow which will, yes, which will makes its opportunity stages closed one. Let us check whether it's closed one. Yes, it is. So closed status today. So in the test, in the envelope configuration, the second signer will be myself with another email. I'll quickly go over here and I'm clicking the review document. Continue. And now I have signed it, correct? So the signer one's detail will be viewed by the signer two. I'm here, in here it's client, I'm signing. And finish. Now the process is completed. Thank you. And here the signature status will be as completed. And once the signature status is completed, both the user will receive a copy of the signed document and as well as the document will be attached under the notes and attachment for the future use. Yes, see, the completed document will be attached here. So here both the signer details will be applied, and this goes for here too. Yes, the signature status becomes completed. And this is the one cycle of having a DocuSign. Any questions? Over to Q&A session.